going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story that happened out there in Chicago, Illinois, about this woman right here. And you can see she's seen better days. The woman you see up here is a mother of 11, and her name is Kathleen Miles. This woman's lucky to be alive after sustaining horrific injuries from one punch from this guy right here. The guy you see up here is William Livingston, 32 years old, right? This guy's been on the news multiple times before over the past few years. Well, more than a few years. This guy right here is one of those people that benefit from the justice system being bullshit. And I'm going to keep it real. This guy's been let out of jail and got slaps on the wrist for multiple different attacks on women and law enforcement. And they're going to read his rap sheet a little bit later in this video. And it's amazing that he's out with the stuff that he's done to people. Supposedly, this woman right here was walking to the train out there in Chicago with a friend where Mr. Livingston here pushed between them. And then I guess when they went to turn around, he punched Miss Miles in the face. Multiple facial fractures, among other injuries. For the longest time, people in this country, not just women, everybody, is screaming from the high heavens, hey, we don't feel safe no more. I told you, it's like normal now. Some sick savage will walk up on you and pick you to be the one to have a bad day and be the ire of his anger, frustration, mental hardship, or whatever. I want you to take a look at this. This shows you the justice system don't give a damn. Look.
Lakeville woman is recovering after a stranger punched her in the face in the Loop last month.
Suspect in that attack has spent time behind bars before over the exact same scenario. WGN's Brona Tumulty has details.
Good evening. You're about to meet Kathleen Miles, who lives here in Lake Villa, but she goes to the city regularly for work. Now, 2 weeks ago, that's where she was, down in the Loop, when someone approached her, punched her in the face and knocked her out cold. Her alleged attacker has also been accused of doing the exact same thing to other women as well.
All I can think of is it takes so much anger to hit somebody with so much force.
Kathleen Miles is a Lake Villa mother of 11 kids and grandmother to 7, known as the rock of the family.
This has really rocked our whole family because the rock needs somebody to take care of her.
She's worked in the Loop for the last 20 years and was walking with a co-worker to the train a couple of weeks ago along West Washington when she says a stranger blew through them and lashed out, striking her in the face.
There was no way to be prepared for this.
The attacker, we're told, then watched as she lay on the ground bleeding before a good Samaritan, who turned out to be State Senator Willie Preston, stepped in, took off his shirt and held it on the wound. She suffered a litany of injuries, including a broken nose and multiple facial fractures. But this suspect is well known to authorities and us as well, because 32-year-old William Livingston is someone we've told you all about before.
Turned my head like that, and there's a man just like directly in front of me, and he just like punched me in the face.
That's Cami Blackschmidt, whom we chatted with in 2022. The then DePaul student had a very similar experience in the Loop, telling us she was amongst 4 women back then randomly attacked by Livingston inside a 22-minute time frame. Chicago police records show he's been arrested over and over and over, accused of similar attacks in at least 7 of the last 10 years. Kathleen and her loved ones now wondering how many more women will be made victims.
Whether it's mental health or the justice system or something, I feel he's been failed, and as a result, we've all been failed.
Now, in Kathleen's case, Livingston is accused of multiple felonies, including aggravated battery. He was arrested on the 19th when this happened. He's still behind bars, and he is due back in court on the 15th. We're in Lake Villa. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
Kathleen Miles only works downtown 1 day a week. Today, she's still suffering the consequences of that random attack. But it is what she found out about the person who prosecutors say did it that has led her to speak out.
He hit me with such force.
Sitting at home in Lake Villa today, Kathy Miles admits the last thing she remembers before her attack on August the 19th is walking past Block 37 in the Loop on the way to the Union Station.
I woke up and my coworker was standing above me saying, "You're okay, we're in the hospital, you've been assaulted."
She then passed out again.
The next thing I remember is my daughter Deanna saying, "Hi Mama, I'm here, you're okay."
And while she doesn't remember what happened, a colleague who was walking with her at the time told her this.
She had said this man came in between the two of us, shoved us apart, and then hit me in the face.
That punch left Miles with several broken bones in her face, as well as a concussion. According to police, she was assaulted by 32-year-old William Livingston. A record search produced 13 mugshots of Livingston going back to 2012. A large number of those arrests for aggravated assault and battery of both women and police officers, something Miles found out after the fact.
Like, what is enough? You know, what does someone have to do where he's going to be, they're going to be held accountable?
According to online records, Livingston's history of random acts of violence against women goes back 8 years. In 2017, he was accused of randomly attacking 2 women months apart. Both cases were dropped. In 2022, Livingston was sentenced to 5 years in prison after prosecutors said he punched and attempted to rob 4 women within 20 minutes in the Loop. And yet, just 14 months later, in 2023, while on parole, Livingston was arrested for hitting a woman in the face on North Michigan Avenue. And in 2024, he was sentenced to 100 days in prison after punching a 15-year-old girl, also on North Michigan Avenue.
I'm not going to let someone speak for me. I need to speak for myself. I need to say something. If I say nothing and he does this to another person, I'm going to feel bad.
Livingston's next court date is set for September the 15th at the Skokie Courthouse. Kathy tells us she will be there.
Fucking crazy is that? Once you think about it, that woman could have had a brain bleed and all kind of stuff. This guy got a history of doing that type of stuff, both against women and law enforcement. So what does that tell you? He don't respect the coochie and he don't respect cops. Keeping it real. Something in him makes him rebellious to both women and authority. So what do you do with this type of person? Because jail don't fix it. Let me tell you, prison and jail is one of the most violentest places you could ever go in confined space. That don't heal you. It just magnifies who you are, and it hardens you to come back out here and do what you do. So why even have it for people like this? So the guy tried to rob 4 women, physically manhandle them in 20 minutes at one time. He punched a 15-year-old girl in the face. That's a big dude. He's thick. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker punching on you? Come on. Come on. Well, he had plenty of practice thanks to the justice system. But what do you do with this type of person? You show him the flowers like I would do? Because obviously he has a problem with being in society and he don't want to contribute. He only want to destroy, like a lot of other people out here. When you lock him up, that don't do nothing because he's around other people that's like him, violent and all this other stuff. People like this always blame other people for their problems. Got anger issues. Can't be told nothing. Can't self-reflect. Definitely can't resolve conflict. Why? Because they are the conflict that needs to be resolved. So what the fuck is the justice system doing? All these stupid laws and guidelines and all this other shit that coddles people like this, where people like that are the ones that pay the ultimate price. Just trying to go to work and do the right thing. If I had my way, every American citizen would be federally protected. And any type of random act of violence and stuff like that would be each looked at individually and judgment would be dealt then. It wouldn't be no dragging 1 or 2 years behind bars. We're going to fix this now. It happened now. We'll fix it now. Shit is crazy, man. It's like, man, people walk up on you nowadays and don't even know if you just as crazy as them, or they don't know who you affiliated with, like what you could do to them or have done to them. People do crazy stuff out here. All because they're single-minded and they're center focused on hurting you for whatever reason they got and frustrations they have in life. It's crazy. Luckily, this woman survived, but she looked like shit. I mean, and rightfully so. I don't mess around or tolerate any of that type of stuff when you deal with a head injury or hurting somebody where, you know, you see videos and stuff of people getting knocked out and hitting their heads on the ground. I take that serious. I was in prison and there was a fight going on. I happened to look out the porthole at the right time of my cell and see a guy just get punched standing there looking at the fight, fall and his head bounce off that cement floor in prison. You know, everything's cement in prison. His head bounced up off that floor and they wheeled him out. He was dead in 6 hours. Didn't know his name or nothing. That fast. And it was business as usual. I don't mess with, play with head injuries and stuff like that. Especially, you know, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. There are some people out here, like I said, their only recreation is the recreation. And you can be part of that creation. They don't give a damn. They'll hurt you just to prove a point, or they want to get their frustrations out, and they'll just fuck you up. Whether you know it's coming or not. What do you get out of running around punching women in the fucking face? What, you got mommy issues? Something's going on. Did you see how many times he was arrested? Did you see the progression of him? Dude, people don't learn nothing unless you give them a stiff punishment. And he ain't got his yet.